What if I told you that the way you think right now could be the only thing standing between you and the life you've always wanted? That your success, your happiness, even your relationships are not shaped by the world outside, but by one single thing, your attitude. Sounds too simple to be true, right? But it's not. In this video, we'll uncover how something so small, a shift in mindset, can completely transform your reality, not through wishful thinking or feel-good fluff, but through powerful practical truths drawn from the groundbreaking book Attitude is Everything by Jeff Keller. Most people think success begins with money, talent, or connections, but Keller's story starts elsewhere, with a burned-out lawyer who dared to change the way he thought. This video is about the truth behind that change, and how you can use the same approach to rewire your thinking, rewrite your story, and reshape your entire life. We'll reveal insights most people never notice when reading this book, hidden gems that turn everyday thoughts into unstoppable action. And here's the hook. You'll discover not just why attitude matters, but how to turn your own attitude into a tool, a weapon, to overcome fear, break limitations, and finally move forward with clarity and power. Because, as Keller says, you're a human magnet. You attract what you think about most. So, what are you attracting right now? You see, Jeff Keller didn't start out as a motivational speaker. He was once stuck, frustrated, and unhappy with his job as a lawyer. It wasn't his skills holding him back. It was his perspective. He realized he was speaking words of failure, thinking thoughts of limitation, and surrounding himself with doubt. Then something shifted. He read a quote that would change everything. A positive attitude is a person's passport to a better tomorrow. From that moment, he began a new journey, one built not on new degrees or promotions, but on an entirely new way of thinking. That journey became Attitude is Everything, a book that has quietly changed thousands of lives across the world, often in ways people never expected. In this video, you'll learn how your thoughts shape your words, and your words shape your destiny. You'll learn why most people sabotage their goals with their own mouths, and how you can reverse that starting today. You'll also learn how visualization, often dismissed as woo-woo, is actually used by Olympic athletes, CEOs, and world-class performers to achieve the impossible. But that's not all. We'll dive deep into the connection between attitude and action, because no amount of thinking can help you if you stay still. And we'll expose the truth about failure, not as a sign to stop, but as a signal to level up. Did you know that most people give up on a dream just inches from success? Not because they aren't good enough, but because their attitude couldn't carry them through. Jeff Keller reveals how to push past those mental roadblocks, and we're going to unpack that in full. We'll explore how the people around you are quietly shaping your mindset and how to protect your attitude from toxic influences. And here's something most summaries miss. Keller doesn't just say be positive, he gives you a mental toolbox, strategies you can use, words you can practice, thoughts you can build like muscles. As he puts it, success begins in the mind, but it doesn't stop there. In fact, one of the most powerful lessons in the book is that attitude without action is just decoration. You'll learn how to fuel your dreams with persistent, disciplined movement. And if you've ever felt like life is unfair, that some people just get lucky, this video is for you, because we'll show you how Keller breaks down the myth of luck, replacing it with something far more reliable: daily attitude, habits that create long-term success. So if you're tired of waiting for change and ready to become the kind of person who makes change happen, this is your moment. Because in the next few minutes, you'll gain not just information, but transformation. Stay with us till the end, because the final insight we share might be the very breakthrough you've been needing. Welcome to Narrative Society. This is where ideas become power and stories become tools for growth. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, because we don't just talk about change, we give you the knowledge to create it. Let's begin. Before we talk about the power of attitude, let's take a moment to look at how we actually see the world. Not with our eyes, but with our mind. Jeff Keller says, attitude is like a mental filter, a lens. And just like any lens, it can be clear or it can be dirty. If your attitude is positive, everything you see, your relationships, your job, your future, looks brighter. But if that lens is covered in dust, pain, and negativity, then even the best parts of life feel heavy, distant, and dull. Now here's the catch. Most of us don't even realize our filter is dirty. Life throws stuff at us. Disappointment, rejection, fear, loss, and slowly our clear mental window gets clouded. Not all at once. Bit by bit, a missed opportunity here, a failed dream there, until one day we look around and think the world is just dark. But the truth is, it's not the world. It's the window we're looking through. Keller puts it like this: you see the world not as it is, but as you are. That means your experience of life is shaped more by what's going on inside you than outside. Think about that. Two people can be in the exact same situation, facing the same problem, the same challenge, and yet one sees hope while the other sees despair. One sees an opportunity, the other a dead end. Why? Because of their attitude. One person sees failure as feedback, the other sees it as final. One person wakes up thinking, today's a new chance. The other thinks, why bother? Same world, different filter. And the most dangerous thing? We don't clean our mental filter nearly as often as we should. Imagine walking around with dirt on your glasses and never taking them off to wipe them. Over time, you wouldn't even notice how cloudy your vision had become. You'd just accept the blur as normal. That's exactly what happens to your mindset if you don't stop to check it. Jeff Keller challenges us to look in the mirror not just to check our face but our attitude. He says the most important decision you make every day is the attitude you choose.
Not what you wear, not your to-do list, your attitude.
Because everything else flows from that. Your energy, your reactions, your choices. And here's where it gets real. Your attitude isn't shaped by what happens to you. It's shaped by how you respond. Life is unpredictable. You can't control other people, or the economy, or the weather, but you can control your filter. You can control whether you let that rude comment ruin your day. You can choose whether that failure becomes a story of defeat or a lesson that fuels your next move. But that choice only exists if you're aware, if you're paying attention to what's on your lens. Keller gives the example of someone waking up with a bad attitude and expecting a good day. It doesn't work. Your attitude sets the tone. If you wake up expecting things to go wrong, your brain will actually look for proof. You'll find the traffic annoying. You'll take every criticism personally. You'll miss the small wins. But if you start with gratitude, with intention, with belief, your filter shifts. You start to notice the good stuff. You start responding differently to the bad. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about adjusting the way you see things, so even the imperfect moments have value. And this isn't some empty motivational talk. Keller points out that successful people aren't just lucky. They've trained themselves to think differently, to see differently. Their filter is polished regularly. They don't let the dirt build up. In fact, he says, winners make a habit of seeing the positive side, not because life is easier for them, but because they've learned how to clean their window when life gets messy. So, how do you do that? Start with awareness. Ask yourself, what kind of thoughts dominate my mind every day? Are they hopeful or filled with doubt? Do I look for possibilities or problems? Do I wake up expecting good things or dreading the day ahead? That simple inventory can tell you a lot about your filter. Next, take responsibility. No one else can clean your window for you. Not your parents, not your partner, not your boss. This is your lens. Your job is to clear it, focus it, and protect it. And finally, practice gratitude. Keller emphasizes that being thankful shifts your entire mindset. When you focus on what's working instead of what's missing, your attitude becomes lighter, clearer, more open. Suddenly, the same challenges feel manageable. The same day feels different. There's a line in the book that says, "A positive attitude opens the door to success," but the full meaning is even deeper, because a clear attitude doesn't just open the door. It shows you that the door was always there. You just couldn't see it before. You start to notice ideas you never saw, solutions you never considered, people you overlooked. And here's the part that hits hardest. Most people will go through life with a dirty filter and never know it. They'll blame the world, their circumstances, other people, but they'll never stop to clean their own lens. Don't be most people. Be the one who checks in, who notices the blur and wipes it clean. Be the one who sees possibility where others see problems. Because attitude is everything, and everything begins with how you choose to see. You don't need a new job, a new city, or a lucky break. You need a new lens, a better filter, a mind that says, I might not control everything, but I do control how I see. When you get that, everything starts to change. Our minds are like magnets, drawing in whatever we focus on most. Jeff Keller reminds us that our dominant thoughts act like seeds planted deep in the soil of our subconscious. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, you grow a garden of struggle and missed chances. But if you plant seeds of hope, confidence, and positivity, you cultivate a life full of opportunity and success. The power of thoughts is often underestimated. Many believe that external circumstances shape their lives, but Keller challenges this by saying, you become what you think about most of the time. Your thoughts shape your emotions, your actions, and ultimately the reality you experience. Negative thoughts are like weeds. They choke the growth of positive possibilities, they cloud your mind, drain your energy, and limit your vision. And the scary part, negative thoughts often arrive uninvited and settle in without permission. They whisper lies that you're not good enough, that failure is inevitable, or that your dreams are out of reach. But here's the key, you have the power to uproot those weeds. Keller says it's not about ignoring the hard parts of life. It's about consciously replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. It means catching yourself when you're thinking, I can't, and choosing instead, I can try. When you make this choice repeatedly, day after day, your whole life starts to turn. There's a simple truth here. Your mind doesn't know the difference between a real event and a vividly imagined thought. So when you constantly feed your mind positive images and encouraging ideas, you train it to work for you, not against you. This is why affirmations work, because when you repeat positive statements long enough, they start to rewrite the programs running your mind. Keller explains. Your words are the threads that weave the fabric of your life. So speaking positively isn't just talk, it's building your future. one thought at a time. You might wonder, how long does it take to change your thoughts? Keller says the process starts the moment you become aware. Awareness is the spark. The moment you catch a negative thought and replace it with a positive one, you start rewiring your brain. The most powerful transformation happens when you combine this with belief. Belief is the bridge between your thoughts and your reality. Keller puts it simply, you cannot achieve what you do not believe. This means success begins in the mind with a deep, unwavering belief in yourself and your goals. Belief is more than wishful thinking. It's a feeling rooted in conviction. It's the inner voice that says, I am capable, I am worthy, I will succeed. Without belief, action feels empty, motivation fades, challenges become insurmountable. History is full of examples where belief sparked achievement. Take Thomas Edison. He failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, but his belief never wavered. He saw every failure as a step closer to success because he truly believed he could find the answer. Or consider Oprah Winfrey, who grew up facing countless hardships but believed in her voice and purpose. That belief fueled her rise to become one of the most influential figures in media. Keller reminds us that belief is not reserved for the gifted few. It's a choice anyone can make. You don't have to wait for external proof or permission. You simply decide to believe and act accordingly. Belief also fuels perseverance. When obstacles arise, and they will, belief is the anchor that keeps you moving forward. It's the voice that says, this is tough, but I can handle it. It's the fire that pushes you past doubt and fear. Without belief, even the greatest plans fall apart, because doubt is a poison that kills potential, Keller warns. Doubt shrinks your vision and shrivels your dream. But when you choose belief, you open the door to possibilities. You see opportunities where others see barriers. You keep trying when others give up. This cycle of thought, belief, and action is the foundation of all success stories. You think positive thoughts. You believe in yourself. You take inspired action. You repeat. And slowly, your dreams become reality. Keller's words remind us that belief is not magic. It's mental training. It's building trust in your own abilities. It's deciding that your past mistakes don't define your future. Belief is also contagious. When you believe in yourself, others start to believe in you too. Doors open. Support appears. Opportunities arise. That's why Keller encourages readers to surround themselves with positive influences, people who reinforce their belief and lift their attitude. Belief creates momentum. It's the invisible force behind every great achievement, the first spark that lights the flame. When you look at your own life, ask yourself, what do you believe about your potential? Are you holding yourself back with doubt, or are you stepping forward with confidence? Keller says, if you want to be successful, start by believing you already are, because belief precedes achievement, and your thoughts hold the key to unlocking that belief. The words you speak every day do more than fill the air. They shape your world. Jeff Keller explains that words are powerful tools that build or break your reality. They influence your thoughts, emotions, and actions in ways you might not even realize. Think about how often you say things like, I can't, it's too hard, or I'm not good enough. These phrases may seem harmless, but Keller warns they plant seeds of failure and doubt in your mind. They become a script that limits what you believe is possible. On the other hand, when you choose words like I will, I am capable, and I deserve success, you rewrite that script. You give your mind a roadmap toward achievement. Your language becomes the foundation of your mindset. Keller emphasizes that words have a creative power. What you say to yourself shapes your self-image. If your words are negative, you begin to see yourself through a lens of weakness. But positive words build confidence, resilience, and hope. One of the most effective ways to harness this power is through positive affirmations. These are simple, positive statements repeated regularly to influence your subconscious mind. Keller shares that affirmations are like commands you give your brain, telling it what to focus on and believe. Imagine waking up each morning and saying, "I am confident and successful," or "Every day, I am getting closer to my goals." These aren't just empty words. They are seeds planted in your subconscious that grow stronger with repetition. Keller suggests making affirmations a daily habit. Speak them aloud, write them down, or repeat them silently during moments of doubt. The more you affirm positive beliefs, the more your mindset aligns with the success you desire. Words can also change how you handle setbacks. Instead of saying, "I failed," say, "I learned something valuable." Instead of, "This is impossible," try, "I am finding a way." This shift in language rewires your brain to see challenges as opportunities instead of roadblocks. The impact of words doesn't stop with what you say to yourself. It extends to how you speak to others and how you interpret their words. Keller points out that positive communication builds better relationships and invites more support. Negative talk, on the other hand, breeds conflict and isolation. Choosing your words carefully is like choosing the colors you paint your life with. Bright, uplifting words create a vibrant picture, while harsh, negative words paint a dull and limiting scene. Keller stresses that becoming aware of your language is the first step. Notice when negative words slip in and replace them consciously with positive ones. This small but consistent effort gradually transforms your inner dialogue. Alongside the power of words, Keller introduces the practice of visualization, a powerful tool for turning dreams into reality. Visualization is the act of mentally picturing your success in vivid detail. It's more than daydreaming, it's a deliberate exercise to program your mind for achievement. When you visualize, you create a mental movie of your goals coming true. You see yourself succeeding, feeling the emotions of victory, and experiencing the results you want. This mental rehearsal prepares your brain to recognize opportunities and take actions aligned with your vision. Keller explains that your brain often can't tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one, so when you visualize success, your mind treats it as a rehearsal, making your body and thoughts ready to perform. Daily visualization creates a powerful momentum. Keller recommends setting aside just a few minutes each day to close your eyes and imagine your goals as if they have already happened. Picture the details where you are, who is around you, how you feel. For example, if your goal is to get a promotion, visualize yourself confidently presenting your ideas, receiving congratulations, and celebrating your achievement. Feel the pride, excitement, and satisfaction as if it's happening now. This practice trains your subconscious to work toward these outcomes without you even realizing it. It builds confidence, reduces fear, and sharpens your focus. Keller highlights that the more you visualize, the stronger your belief grows. Visualization and belief work hand in hand. When you can see your success clearly in your mind, it becomes easier to believe it's possible. Visualization also keeps you motivated. On tough days, recalling your mental movie reminds you why you're working hard and what you're striving for. It helps you push through setbacks because you've already experienced the feeling of success. Many top athletes, entrepreneurs, and performers use visualization as a secret weapon. Keller shares stories of people who attributed their breakthroughs to daily mental rehearsals. It's a habit anyone can adopt, regardless of their starting point. He encourages making visualization a regular part of your routine. Combine it with affirmations and positive words to create a powerful mindset shield against negativity. Together, words and visualization form a dynamic duo. Words shape your beliefs and set your intentions, while visualization brings those intentions to life in your mind. When used consistently, they reprogram your brain for success. Keller's message is clear. What you say and imagine becomes your reality. By choosing empowering words and visualizing your goals, you lay the groundwork for achievement. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a mental training practice, backed by psychology and proven by countless success stories. Start with small steps. Catch negative words. Replace them with affirmations and spend minutes each day seeing your success. Over time, these habits change your mindset, actions, and results. Your words and visions are the tools you have right now to create a better tomorrow. Use them wisely and watch how your world begins to shift in powerful ways. Commitment is the fuel that powers your journey towards success. Jeff Keller makes it clear that without commitment, even the best plans and dreams remain just that. Plans and dreams. True achievement demands unwavering dedication. It means sticking to your goals no matter what happens, no matter how many times you fall or get discouraged. Many people start with excitement, but commitment is what keeps the fire burning when excitement fades. Keller reminds us that commitment is a promise you make to yourself to never give up. It's a decision that no matter the obstacles, you will keep moving forward. Success rarely comes overnight. It comes from countless small actions, repeated day after day. Commitment turns those actions into habits, and habits into progress. Keller says, "A goal without commitment is just a wish." Stories of great success often share one common thread: relentless commitment. Thomas Edison's journey to invent the light bulb is a perfect example. After thousands of failed attempts, most people would have quit. Edison didn't. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His commitment to the goal pushed him through every setback. Another example Keller highlights is J.K. Rowling, who faced rejection after rejection before finally getting her Harry Potter manuscript accepted. She could have given up, but her commitment to her story and her dream kept her writing, revising, and believing. Commitment transforms obstacles from reasons to quit into reasons to try harder. When you are truly committed, challenges don't stop you, they sharpen you. Turning obstacles into opportunities is a mindset shift Keller strongly encourages. Life will throw difficulties your way. It's unavoidable, but how you respond makes all the difference. Rather than seeing obstacles as dead ends, Keller teaches to view them as stepping stones. Each challenge is an opportunity to learn, grow, and get stronger. When you face a problem, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? This simple question changes your perspective. It turns fear and frustration into curiosity and determination. Keller uses the analogy of diamonds forming under pressure. Just like coal becomes a diamond, people become stronger and more valuable when they face and overcome hardships. Many successful individuals credit their growth to the obstacles they faced. Michael Jordan, often called the greatest basketball player ever, was cut from his high school team. Instead of giving up, he used that setback to fuel his commitment. He practiced harder, played smarter, and pushed beyond limits. A problem-solving mindset is the key to navigating setbacks. Keller stresses the importance of staying flexible and creative when things don't go as planned. Sometimes the original path won't work, so you need to find a new way. This mindset means not getting stuck in why me, but asking what now? What's the next step? How can I adapt? Keller says that every problem carries a hidden opportunity. It might be a chance to develop new skills, meet new people, or discover a better direction. The real winners are those who find these hidden opportunities while others see only roadblocks. Commitment and resilience work hand in hand. Commitment keeps you moving, resilience helps you bounce back when you stumble. Keller explains that setbacks are not signs of failure, but part of the process of success. He reminds readers that even when progress seems slow or invisible, commitment means showing up every day, putting in the work, and trusting that the results will come. Keller's message is simple but powerful. Don't let obstacles define you, let them refine you. By choosing to commit fully and viewing challenges as chances to grow, you set yourself apart from those who quit too soon. This mindset turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. It's the difference between dreaming about success and living it. The people around you shape your attitude more than you might realize. Jeff Keller emphasizes that the company you keep has a profound influence on your mindset, your energy, and ultimately your success. Positive people lift you up. They inspire you, support your goals, and believe in your potential. They help you see possibilities where others see problems. Surrounding yourself with individuals who have a winning attitude creates an environment where positivity flourishes. Keller points out that attitudes are contagious. When you spend time with motivated, optimistic people, their energy rubs off on you. You start thinking bigger, feeling stronger, and acting with more confidence. On the flip side, negative and toxic relationships can drain your energy and crush your spirit. Keller warns that these relationships act like weights tied to your progress. They fill your mind with doubt, fear, and complaints. They make it harder to stay committed and optimistic. It's crucial to recognize when a relationship is holding you back. This doesn't always mean cutting people out harshly, but it does mean setting boundaries and limiting the influence of negativity in your life. Keller advises distancing yourself from toxic influences and seeking out those who encourage and challenge you to grow. Finding positive company might mean joining groups or communities that share your goals and values. Keller stresses that like attracts like. When you adopt a positive attitude, you naturally attract others who think and act the same way. Choosing your circle wisely is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to protect your mindset. It's the soil where your attitude grows, rich and nourishing, or dry and barren. Alongside surrounding yourself with positive people, Keller highlights the transformative power of gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already abundant in your life. It changes your mental filter, just like attitude does, but in a way that fills your heart with contentment and joy. When you practice gratitude regularly, your mind stops fixating on problems and starts noticing blessings. This doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it means acknowledging the good even in the middle of challenges. Keller suggests keeping a gratitude journal, a simple but powerful tool. Every day, write down a few things you are thankful for. These can be big or small. A kind word from a friend, a beautiful sunrise, a step forward in your goals. Writing gratitude helps train your brain to focus on the positive. It rewires your thinking patterns from scarcity to abundance. Keller explains that this shift opens up new possibilities and strengthens your resilience. Gratitude also improves your mood and reduces stress. When you appreciate what you have, you feel richer and more fulfilled. This emotional state attracts more good things into your life, creating a cycle of positivity. Keller shares that many successful people credit their gratitude practice as a key to their happiness and success. It keeps them grounded, humble, and motivated. By combining positive relationships with a gratitude mindset, you build a powerful foundation for lasting success. The people you surround yourself with provide energy and inspiration, while gratitude fuels your inner strength and optimism. Together, they protect you from negativity and keep your attitude strong and focused on growth. Keller's teaching reminds us that success is not just about what you do, but who you are and how you see the world every single day. Thoughts and words alone can never create change. Jeff Keller drives this point home by reminding us that action is the bridge between dreams and reality. You can think positively, repeat affirmations, and visualize success all day. But if you don't take the first step, nothing moves forward. Action turns your attitude into tangible results. It transforms hope into progress, ideas into achievements. Keller says, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." That first step might feel small or uncertain, but it is the most powerful move you can make. Many people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect feeling. Keller warns that waiting is the enemy of progress. The perfect moment rarely arrives. Instead, taking imperfect action today builds momentum and confidence. Action creates clarity. Often, the path unfolds as you move forward, not before. Keller encourages starting with what you can, even if it feels small, whether it's making a phone call, writing a plan, or simply deciding to try. That action sets everything else in motion. Each step forward strengthens your commitment and reinforces your belief. It builds a cycle where positive thoughts lead to action, which leads to more positive results and fuels even better attitudes. Keller explains that fear and doubt often block action. The key is to act despite those feelings. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act in spite of it. Taking action also helps overcome procrastination and self-doubt. When you move, you learn. You gain experience and confidence. You prove to yourself that you are capable. He tells us that the most successful people are those who start. They don't wait for motivation or certainty. They create it through movement. Action energizes your attitude. It turns your mental energy into real-world energy. This energy attracts opportunities, resources, and people who support your journey. Keller's teaching is clear. You cannot separate your attitude from your actions. They are two sides of the same coin. Positive attitude fuels action, and action strengthens attitude. Starting today means deciding to move beyond thinking and feeling into doing. It means embracing the discomfort and uncertainty that come with growth. When you take action, even small steps, you prove to yourself that you are serious about your goals. This seriousness attracts results. Keller's call to action is simple yet profound. Don't just dream about change, start creating it. Don't just talk about your goals. Take the first step toward them today. Your attitude is powerful, but its full power is unlocked only when paired with action. Change your attitude, and you'll change your life. This truth ties all the lessons together, from how you think and speak to how you visualize, commit, and handle obstacles. Each part builds on the last, but none of it works without action. Remember, your attitude shapes your reality, but your actions build that reality day by day. Choose your attitude wisely, surround yourself with positivity, practice gratitude, believe in yourself, and then take that vital first step. The path won't always be easy, but with the right attitude and consistent action, success becomes inevitable. Jeff Keller's message in Attitude is Everything reminds us all that transformation begins within. By adjusting how you see yourself and the world, you open doors to new possibilities. Don't wait for conditions to be perfect. Start where you are. Take one step now. Change your attitude, and you'll change your life.